What's up?
Yair, welcome back. Obviously a massive fight here, ABC, Brian Ortega. How are you feeling just a couple days out from the fight?
I'm feeling great. I thought that my wake was going to be harder, but it's actually going pretty well. So I feel pretty strong, relaxed, feel good.
Obviously a pretty big fight here for you. Brian, somebody that you've watched for a while. Did you guys think that you would meet eventually? Was this a matchup you were confident would happen?
We had it on mind, yes, for sure. It's something that we know it could happen. We never wanted to happen. We actually talking between Brian Ortega and I, and we knew it was something that could happen, but we didn't want to face each other unless it was like something like this, like an opportunity for a title or the title itself. And well, here we are. This opportunity came, and we're ready.
Can you think of another instance in your career where you fought somebody that you're friendly with? Like, is this a new mental obstacle at all that you have to overcome?
No, not the first time. When I was in the Ultimate Fighter house, I had to face one teammate. And, it's probably better. It's probably better whenever it comes to that. Because there is no feelings towards the other guy, no bad feelings or anything like that. I don't have bad energy from Brian. And, I think that makes it easier.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess the matchup itself, what do you like on your end? Like, is there something that he does specifically that you feel like you can really take advantage of without giving away too much of your game plan here?
Well, I think more than anything is just not like sticking to the strategy, trying to do the less mistakes possible and stick to the game plan. That's it.
And what do you feel like you improved from your last fight? I think a lot of people were impressed with you against Max Holloway. Was there anything on your end? Like, I guess, what were your thoughts on that fight, and what did you take away from it?
Well, a lot of experience. Max Holloway has been in the octagon for many years. He has a lot of hours inside the octagon, and I could absorb a lot of experience fighting him. And just basically that. What I already told you. Not getting out of the strategy. Don't do much of crazy stuff that I normally do. Don't get in bad positions, because I know Brian Ortega can take advantage of that. So just staying basic.
Last one for me. I guess a lot of people were very impressed with that performance. I think everybody considers you an elite fighter now. Did you find any comfort in the respect that you earned despite that loss, or is it just about wins and losses at the end of the day?
I don't know. It's just it is what it is. It's not the result I wanted. I know people give me a little more respect after that fight, but that's not something that I was looking for. I was looking to win the fight, and I couldn't do it. So I'm just getting better every time I step in the octagon, and this time won't be different.
Thanks. Can you confirm that you'll get a title shot if you win this fight this weekend?
If I can confirm it? Yeah. Well, I think the only ones that can confirm that, the UFC.
But have you been told that you will?
Yeah, I have been told that it could be.
Okay. When you look at Alexander Volkanovski, what can you do differently against him than his previous opponents?
Can you repeat the question?
What can you do to beat Alexander Volkanovski that the other guys he has fought haven't been able to do?
Well, that's something that I haven't really think about yet, until I get the opportunity to face him. For now, I have Brian Ortega, and that's everything on my mind.
Brian Ortega is very famously very, very tough. Are you expecting that he'll be able to take your biggest shots, or do you think that you can finish him?
Well, I'm sure he's coming into this fight thinking that he can win, thinking that he can finish. So I'm doing the same, thinking that I can finish the fight.
Thank you.
That's it.
Hey, Yair, over here. There's obviously been a long history of Latin American fighters, you guys embodying the warrior spirit. Guys like Juan Manuel Marquez, guys like Roberto Duran. What's it going to be like for you and Brian Ortega to represent Latin Americans in the main event?
Well, as we already have done it before, we always represent the Latin American countries, Mexico specifically in this time, with the warrior spirit. I know everybody has it on this game, on this sport especially. but we have something special, that fire inside of us, and I'm sure it's going to be a war. Nobody's gonna pull back on this fight, and it's gonna be a throwdown. Yeah.
Oh, I got something for him. So I know you've done a lot of training with Cowboy Cerrone during your career. With him retiring, if you can put into words, what you could take away from your training with him or what he's meant to your career.
Well, Cowboy meant a lot for my career. I was a typical guy training every day as much as I could train and doing it like rigid, just one way. And Cowboy taught me the Cowboy way, is having fun with your training, because you gotta live a life worth living. But this career is so short and so long at the same time. It could take away 10 to 15 years of your life. And if you're not enjoying the time where you're doing that, it will be at the end of the day a waste of time. So you gotta learn how to mix work and fun, and you can get even better results out of it. That's something that I learned from Cowboy.
Have you spoken to him since his retirement?
Yes, I actually saw him in Mexico. He was close to. He went to El Paso, Texas, not long ago for one of his races, off-road racing, and I invited him to go and have dinner with me to Mexico. So he was just hanging. We were hanging out for like a night or so. We were talking. I actually didn't talk too much about their retirement or anything like that. He's my friend. So for me, whatever he does, I'll support him no matter what, and that's it. That's all what matters for me.
Just one more for me. I think a lot of people think if you win this fight, obviously you just said it, title would be next. But Josh Emmett's another guy that's kind of in the mix. Have you been impressed with him, this streak that he's on? Like, do you consider him a threat in this division at all?
I think anybody in the division is a threat. Everybody is really good. It doesn't matter who it is. I think Josh Emmett is right there. And, as I have said before, like, he could fight for the title, I could fight for the title, anybody could fight for the title, it's just a matter of timing. And what I think is, like, everybody in the division, we want to face each other one day. It doesn't matter if it's the next month, 1 year, 2 years. Being in the division is most likely we're gonna face each other. So it doesn't matter, it's just a matter of time.
I got one more for you. Obviously, Ortega's strength is probably his jiu-jitsu. Did you do anything specifically to prepare or bring anybody in for him for this camp?
This is staying out of the floor. That's it. Thank you, guys.